Plaintiff Lakisha Johnson claims her former landlord made her life miserable, then evicted her and threw her belongings out in the rain. She's suing for $5,000. Defendant Jennifer Adams claims she only threw away garbage and kept the plaintiff's belongings on the porch. She's countersuing for $3,800 for back rent and eviction fees.
This is case number 164 on the docket, Johnson versus Adams.
Okay, and welcome to all of you. We have the plaintiff, Ms. Johnson.
Yes.
You are suing your former landlord for $5,000?
Yes.
For what you say is the value of your personal items that the defendant threw away. And the defendant, Ms. Adams?
Yes.
You are countersuing for $3,800 for back rent, loss of use, and eviction fees.
Yep.
Okay, go ahead.
Your Honor, this is my former landlord, Jennifer Adams.
Yes.
She is also the Grinch that stole my future. She's the landlord from hell, basically. Before she owned the home, we had moved there in October of 2018.
Yeah.
We had lived there for about 3 or 4 months before she took ownership of the house.
So when you first rented the place, it wasn't from her, it was from someone else?
It was from someone else.
And then she became your landlord after a few months?
Yes.
Okay.
Basically, we stayed there for a while. We got to know each other a little bit, and she became the landlord. So when she became the landlord, it was me and my daughters, and it was her and her daughters. So we kind of had that little thing in common where we were, we were single parents. But when she first got there, there was a lot of chaos, and there was loud noise, and there was at least 8 people living in a 3-bedroom home. So what she decided to do is she decided to take over the attic, but no one was supposed to live in the attic. And second of all, she was loud. I mean, at 5 a.m. every morning, there's a lot of swearing, a lot of cussing, a lot of weed smoke, a lot of, so
Your
basically.
Honor, she is lying.
I'm not even up at night.
I'm
I'm
up in the attic for the simple fact my mom owns the whole house. So why wouldn't we be able to go up in the attic? And on top of that, nothing was even up there because it was just nasty. It smelled like dog poop.
That's not true. I'm not lying.
Okay.
But she was only living in the house with us for like not even a month before she even stopped paying rent because the people stopped paying for her.
Okay.
The company that was paying our rent while we were there, they decided they had run out of funds. So we became responsible.
So what, you were on some program
Yeah.
that paid your rent?
Yes.
And how much was the rent?
At the time, the rent was $1,100.
Okay, so now you were responsible for the $1,100. Was there any way you could pay the $1,100?
There was, but Jennifer at that time, she decided to make the rent $800.
So she was lowering it for you?
She did lower it.
She was living there. She was paying rent at...
Yeah.
The company was paying rent.
Up until February.
And then, okay, so this case starts then with you saying that she's not paying the full rent
Yes,
for
'cause,
which months?
March and April.
March and April.
Yep, and I told her too, like in February.
She wound up in eviction court.
Yeah, because I ended up giving her a 30-day notice at the end of February. I already told her prior to that they're no longer gonna like give me money for her to live there.
Okay, and when was the eviction date? When did she have to be out?
April 24th. And she stayed all that week until the weekend. And I figured, okay, the weekend maybe she'll move out and everything. And then come Monday, she was still living there. And then she actually came to my door in the afternoon and said, well, I guess you're going to have to get the sheriffs. And so I had to call the lawyer and everything to get the marshal to get her out. And she even said, well, I still got 3 days to live here and everything. And as for her furniture, it wasn't brand new furniture, it was secondhand furniture.
Well, yeah, we didn't reach that issue yet. Okay.
Right after the people stopped paying rent for her, she just completely stopped paying any rent, period. Like, she just thought she was going to live there for free. And how are you buying all this stuff when you're supposed to be moving your stuff out, finding another place to go, and everything else, and you buying couches and bringing them in at night?
You're filing a lawsuit because you're saying when you were evicted.
I have, yes, yes, sir. I have paperwork showing that they were throwing my things out.
Okay, I want to see that, because that's what the lawsuit is about. And then we're going to get to your countersuit.
They were putting it all out in the rain. I mean,
No,
it
it
was
wasn't
raining.
raining.
It was raining, like, on
Okay,
the-
but they put it outside.
yeah, and they
On the
put it
porch.
outside.
On the
We
porch.
have a big porch. It's an enclosed
And she-
porch.
No, it's
She
not
can
an
use the
enclosed
house
porch.
as a
I can show you
storage
that
house
it's
for
not an
30
enclosed
days.
porch.
Let
That
me
was the whole
see.
lie.
Let me see what you have.
See, this is not an enclosed porch. It's a regular porch. And Your
I mean, we
Honor,
did toss out a
And we-
mattress because it was in the basement, and she had feces
Okay.
and urine from her dog in the basement.
I don't have a dog.
Here is, well,
see,
yeah,
it's not
here are the
enclosed.
pictures of
Yeah.
the materials outside.
Yeah. Because
All right.
And her stuff
Okay,
in the house,
okay, that's
too.
what she's saying. You put the materials outside.
I just bought all this stuff. You know, the table I bought for like $100. Two chairs, this chair, that chair I bought for $100. I bought the table chairs to go with it for $100. Almost $100. And the dresser was free. The other couch I bought for $100.
Do you have the New York ordinance regarding?
Yes, I do. It's right here. The stuff that they put by the curb, it was a day before garbage day. What did they expect the trash man
It
to
was
do but
after.
take it?
Under New York state law, the property cannot be put outside or put on a curb or thrown out. All right, so that's the first part of what your suit is about.
Yes,
So
yes.
the question now is, in that eviction, should you have placed that material on the porch, and secondly, or out on the curb, and what value that was? Do you have receipts for any of that?
I have some on my phone, but I don't have it with me now.
When you itemized this list, you put value on furniture, on clothes.
Yes, sir.
The value you put on the furniture is greatly higher than what you were describing there. Because the items that you were describing there, which are on this list, you said 100 here, a couple of hundred there, maybe 400 there. So it doesn't come anywhere close to the 25 to 3,000. And your medicine and toiletries on moisturizing creams, deodorant, no. I can only justify an award for the value of the property that you're pointing out, even if I say they're responsible. Now, on your countersuit, tell me about your countersuit, and then I'll...
All right. Well, actually, she didn't pay me anything because I also had to get a lawyer, and the lawyer cost like $275, and then plus her late fees, and then I had to get a marshal to get her out, and plus loss of income that I had because of the fact I had to wait until she got out on the side. I had tenants that were ready to move in and everything, but she didn't move nothing at all.
You took this case to court,
Yes.
and an eviction court?
Yep.
What did the eviction court rule?
Judgment on for $1,775.
Okay, hold on. So this case already went to that court that gave
Yeah,
you
to
the
evict
judgment?
her. Yeah, to get her
Okay.
evicted.
So the only issue left, since that court made a judgment, is if you want to collect what that court said is your money, then you got to go back to that court, and whether it's garnishment or whatever it is, this court is not a collection agency. If you've already taken in a sense, your countersuit, and I'm not saying you don't have a case. Obviously, the court decided you had a case, but the court made that judgment. You can't then come to me and say, we want another judgment. So I have no choice, because the court has already ruled on your suit against her. That
No, I didn't
on
get
the
any
countersuit.
money. I didn't.
You didn't get it, but they awarded you that. So now your next step is to go to a collection agency to get it, or to go back to that court, and they can give an order for a garnishment, etc. I dismiss your countersuit, and on your suit, I fine for the plaintiff $1,000. Hey, YouTube, check out my new show, Judge Jerry. Now, for sneak preview and behind-the-scenes footage, subscribe to my channel now.